What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Never Settle Podcast number 45.
Is it?
No. I just hit my funny bone.
Yeah,
we look more professional than ever.
Yep, we do.
This is unbelievable. Never settle.
We do. I told you the banner would have been.
We got the lights.
Is
We
a
got
good
the
idea.
mics. The lights and the mics. Background. But
I said, let's get a tapestry or banner, whatever this thing is, and he said, what? Because he was thinking like tapestry is. I'm guessing tapestry in like a girl's room.
Nah, yeah.
Like stuff
I
like
thought,
that.
I thought it was gay.
Bro, like this is better than
yeah.
the blank wall
yeah,
that
that's
we've
true.
been having. It just looks hideous.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how has your self-improvement journey been this week?
Based off last week, since last Monday.
Just going based off your last time we did the podcast.
Major improvements.
Major.
Not even major.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, how many?
I low-key meant minor improvements.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if I had to rate it, it's a solid 7.
Okay.
Because there was some good things good life lessons that came my way that I definitely needed to learn, and I'm now smarter and wiser because of it. But one thing that's been, I would say it was an 8, but because of this one thing, I'm bringing it down to a 7.
Okay.
Just because out of pure annoyance. My card, someone had my information, right? I told you this. Someone had my information, and they tried to use my card, but it got declined or whatever, and my bank caught it in time. And they blocked that card. It's done, and I have to wait. When did this happen? This happened on Friday or Saturday. No.
So the scammers bought a car with your card
No, they caught it before anything happened.
in Wyoming.
But long story short, I had to get a new card, and it's not gonna be here
Has it come in
for.
yet?
No, dude, they told me like 7 to 10 days, and that was like
Holy.
4 days ago. Yeah. So I'm unable to access any of my money until I get my new card. So
I wonder if it was any of the viewers that got
It's
your card
really
information
annoying.
somehow. Or very few viewers.
our 5 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got my.
Someone got your card
I
information.
had my card like
It was
here
right
one
there
time.
sticking out. You could see the
one
numbers.
time. I had my wallet.
And then they
like, out.
guessed the 3 security numbers on the
No,
back,
yeah,
and they were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, figured it out.
Yeah.
Bought a new car.
Nah, they were at fucking Costco and
Yeah.
tried to get something, but it declined because my bank is top tier and caught that. I've been living in the sticks.
So you've been broke.
I've been broke.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about it because I'm gonna get my card back soon. And
So you can't get shakes at the gym.
No, I can't. Yeah, we're gonna hit the gym after this,
Holy.
and I can't get a
Bro,
shake,
you
bro.
might as well just rampage through the gym or something.
Yo, maybe they'll give me a free one if I like tell them my story.
Maybe you gotta tell Zach the story.
Yeah. What's his name?
Zach.
The guy, his name's
Yeah.
Zach. All right. Since he's leaving,
Shout out Zach, man.
since he's leaving, he's not gonna care. He'll probably give me a free shake.
Maybe,
That's
yeah. That's
my
if that asshole lady isn't there.
Bro, I hate her. She kicked me out for wearing open-toed slides.
She kicked me out for flexing in a room that everybody in the state flexes in.
Yeah, bro, that shit was dumb.
How stupid is that?
But anyway, I'm not worried about.
I can't show my muscles
Neither.
at a gym. The
Yeah,
muscles
actually,
I worked too
yeah,
hard
when you
for.
put it like
2
that.
years.
The gym we go to, the rules are insanely strict. So it's a great gym though. So like
Should
it's
be
kind of worth it.
Yeah, it is. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm not worried about the money thing because in this time that I've been broke, I haven't been able to do anything, right? So I've been home, but I've been planning content in my head, and I've been being productive in other regions of my life that probably needed it more than me going out to make money, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So I feel like the reason that God did this to me, he said, all right, take a break from this money crap for a while, and I want you to focus on content and all these other things that need touching up in your life, because I've been neglecting a few things, and I've been able to kind of get back on track with a few things. I feel good. I feel productive, and I'll be back making money in no time. So I'm not worried at all. It was just more of a minor inconvenience.
so we can agree that money isn't real.
Money isn't real. Yeah,
So,
we've been
Right here, right now,
in
Never Settle
agreement on this
Podcast.
for a minute.
Both of us and the people who are viewing right now, we need to all collectively agree that money isn't real, first of all, so that we can detach ourselves from money. If money doesn't exist, why are we spending our entire lives chasing something that doesn't exist? Let's not do that.
Bro.
But
Y'all want to see something?
we're not. He's got something. I don't know what he's got. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm so tired. After that man came up to me
I got a 2023
and bugged
quarter.
me about a 2023 quarter. I don't want to ever see that thing again. That isn't real.
It's shiny though.
No, I don't give a damn what that is. That shit off the table.
It's gone out of sight.
Yeah. No, we don't like that over here.
But bro, that's a
It is.
percentage of a biggie bag right there.
Holy.
We can
What
get
is that? What is that? That's
25 cents out of what is it, $5?
$5.
Nah, but it's like $5.40 with tax.
They charged me $5.91. Can we not talk about biggie bags right now? Don't eat them.
Bro,
We
yeah.
told them not to eat them. So money isn't real. And if money isn't real, you can't use that money to go get big
We're
biggie
telling you
bags.
not to eat biggie bags,
Yes.
but we do go out and get them ourselves.
I haven't eaten one in 2 weeks.
I
I'm
haven't
good.
been able to eat in one because I can't
Okay,
access my
yeah.
card.
True.
All right. Anyway, how was your week on a scale of 1 to 10, self-improvement wise?
Yeah, it was like a 4, bro. If I'm being honest.
Bro, really?
Yeah, bro. It was. I fell off the rails for a little bit. I'm getting it back together today, especially with the podcast. That's why I love this podcast so much because it forces me to kind of be.
Yeah, it's kind of a way to like get you back on track.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. That too.
reprocessing
Yeah, it's
thing.
like it keeps me. I've been having this word bouncing around my head since we left the small group on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But that word integrity, and I've been trying to keep up with that as far as like as the person that I am, as well as like with certain like sins and whatnot. Like I've been just trying to be that person,
Yeah.
you know, that has integrity. And I haven't been the best that I can possibly be, you know. And
It happens.
yeah, I haven't been there for myself. I haven't been respecting myself. I haven't been respecting other people. I haven't been working as hard as I can.
Bro,
Doing what I need to do. It's been a rough week.
The first step to being on the right track with all of that stuff is realizing you're wrong and realizing that you need to be going back on the right track.
That's true.
If you're sitting here doing all those things and not even realizing that it's bad, then you're done. Like,
But you know what the
that's
worst
where
thing
it's
is,
the end
right?
of the world.
And this is why depression exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you know what you're supposed to be doing and you have all the tools in front of you and you know exactly what you need to do, but you're not doing it, simply because like there's nothing holding you back. It's just your
I've
own will.
experienced that,
Your
yeah.
own will to do that. That's when the feeling of depression kicks in.
Yeah.
And that's like, I'm not saying it was like bad this week, but and there was really no reason for it to be there. I was just kind of like slacking, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're dropping this knowledge between each other, right? We're trying to learn all this stuff. We're talking to different people. We're going to the small groups, talking to different people, learning more stuff, right? And it's like, we know all these things. We know the bad things. We know what we're supposed to be doing. We know we need to chase God more. We need to work harder at different things on this earth and spend more time with family. And, you know, we know the right things to do. And then the worst thing is that we don't do it. And then we end up being miserable. And, like, that's the place I was at this week. And I was sitting there. I was like, damn, this is how most people live. I don't want to be like this. I need to change right now. And then even putting that pressure kind of just made me out of it. So, you know, it's week by week.
I mean,
If anybody else is like feeling this way, like just know like this is not how it has to be for a prolonged period of time. Make sure you like really understand what's going on and actively try to change that.
Yeah, you got to sit there and kind of like break it all down. But anyway,
Right.
So shout out my guy James. He's basically become my like life mentor. He's a great guy, right? But I talked to him on Friday, and one of the things that was brought up was kind of what you were going through are not setbacks. Even though they look like setbacks, they're actually steps forward. Progression is, you know, only forward. And those things are part of your progression. You have to kind of go through them, realize they're wrong, realize where you need a change, and then improve from there on. That's all part of the progression. So, like, don't even sit there and think, like, oh, I messed up, I'm going backwards, this and that, because all of these mess-ups kind of have to happen to teach you, like, where you should be, and then
Yeah.
from there, if you act on that and be better, there's the progression right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever it is that you were going through, whatever sins they were, whatever anything it was, like it was all for a reason, and you got to, you know, it sounds like you've realized what you need to be doing better, and from here, as long as you act on that and actually be better, bro, you're in a great spot. You're actually progressing, like right there in front of your eyes. That's progression.
And I don't want to be a hypocrite as like in any of my videos or when we sit down and talk here to each other.
Yeah.
Like hypocrisy is one of like the things that I despise the most. I despise disloyalty. Like here are my two main things.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy and disloyalty. Like those two things
Those are
right
solid
there.
ones.
Those drive me off especially disloyalty. Because let me tell you right now, anyone who knows me, like you especially,
Yeah.
or even for the people that don't know me, like I can barely know you. I might have met you for the first time ever, right? The amount of loyalty like that I give, like I know it's not reciprocated by everybody else, but this is like a major like great trait to have as a man, and it just came naturally for me.
Huge.
Like my loyalty to others is like undying. So those two things, I don't even know how the loyalty thing came up, but I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? That's the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to sit here and be like constantly preach, success is not linear, you know, like remember like that was my saying, like, you know, you see the chart, it's like it keeps going down, but it's continuously going up. So like, yeah, I say that, but sometimes it's like we know all this, like I was saying earlier, like we know all the right things and we know all this and we see all this like motivation stuff online, inspiration all the time, you know, we read books, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're actually going through these things, it's actually very difficult. Like we play it down a little bit sometimes, like with what we post or what you might see online. It'd be like, oh, you know,
right, yeah,
like hear me out, like, so you know that saying where it's like everything is on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
So you see it on your phone, you're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden you're actually going through something scary, like you're going through an actual scary thing, right in life, and you're like, holy, this is scary. Let me just not do this. It's the same thing in this situation. Like, so I'm just trying to be open and real with them, open and real with you. It's like, yeah, success is not linear, but like you just said, like that gave me a new perspective when you said, you know, it's not a setback. It's you know, it's getting you to where you need to be. But when you're in it, and when I was in it this week,
yeah,
it's like I'm sitting there in bed, right? So I'm going to just say, for example, I'm going to use yesterday as an example because yesterday was a major L.
Okay.
I went to work, right? Normal, 6 to 1.
What was yesterday? Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So 6 to 1. I get home. I have because I have work the next morning. So, for example, I'm going to bed at like 10:30. I have 9 to 9.5 hours left of the day for me to do whatever. Edit videos, do laundry, clean the room, you know, read, take down notes, whatever I need to do, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get anything. I didn't get a
already
single thing done.
Dude,
Bro,
I'm
telling you, like, the deepest things right now, bro. I had to clip my nails. I didn't even get that done. And that takes 2 minutes.
No, it's funny. Literally, like 20 minutes before we did this, that's what I did. I clipped my nail.
Yeah. Bro, I put that off for a week. That's how bad this week was. I couldn't clip my nails for a week.
Bro, what have you been doing?
Nothing. Bro, when I'm telling you this week was an L, it was an L. I didn't get shit done.
Bro, that's crazy.
Since the last podcast at Fort Weatherall, I didn't do a single thing.
That wasn't the last one. The last one we did.
All right, yeah, it's just this one. Like, I didn't do a single productive thing whatsoever. The only time I thought I was being productive was by listening to some productive videos while at work. That was it. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I completely forgot about it.
Don't underestimate that.
Hours later.
You know, popping in a good, you know, life teaching podcast or video or whatever throughout your day, like it's part of the process. It's part of the day. Like I've actually learned this week that God actually uses, for me personally anyway, God uses videos and podcasts and just media to actually communicate with me. There's so many times where like I will be praying a certain prayer. A few minutes later, I'll hop on my phone and a video basically giving the answer I need or speaking on the topic that I was praying about right there in front of me. And I just look up and I'm like, wow, that was quick. Like, he speaks to you through that. So like, don't ever. I know that's kind of like off topic of what you were talking about, but you brought it up, and I just want to say, like, never underestimate those things, because he could be speaking directly to you through those things in that moment.
Yeah,
so,
of
like,
course.
Always have your ears open.
And if you're still using like media like that, the number one thing that I can say right now is you have to create your surroundings, your reality, in a sense.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what I was trying to do for like the longest time, ever since we started the podcast, whatever. I was trying to change my music taste, what I was listening to as far as podcasts, videos online. But like I was saying just earlier in this one, like, it gets to a point where you can only consume so much, like, not like you always learn, right? But there's like drop off points to what you can learn. So before you go to the next part, right?
Right.
So like, I'm just going to compare it to the gym because it's the first thing that comes to mind. But it's like when you go to the gym, you're learning, like taking in all this information at once, right?
Yeah.
Then you progress, and then you get to a point in time where you're like, oh, I know everything from then. Now it's time for me to stop looking at the old workouts. Now I need to progress. So I drop the old workouts, start a whole new workout plan, right? So that's kind of where I was at with the content. Yeah. It's like, don't trust a girl. That's bad. Follow God. Stop being lazy, and work out.
Right.
What's another?
It's the same stuff.
What's another one? Yeah. Like you get the idea,
it's
right?
The same stuff. And
self-improvement. Blah blah blah.
I've actually reached that point too, where I've kind of noticed that like there's so many things that come up on my For You page or on Instagram or YouTube, all these things, and I'm like, oh, I already know this. I'm already actively like doing this. I'm already like it's already knowledge that I'm turning into wisdom by actually going out and doing. But like I said earlier, the prayer thing is crazy, because not only is it new content that I've never seen before or wouldn't even normally click on. I'm going to go off the example of this happened yesterday. So I prayed a certain prayer, and literally a few minutes later, I hop on YouTube, and this video pops up on my like recommended. Mm-hmm. It's nothing I would usually click on, nothing I've even ever seen before. It's a whole new content creator. I'm like, but the caption low key had to do with the prayer I just prayed. So I click on that, and I'm like, wow, he's speaking directly to me, because not only did I get my prayer kind of answered, but I got all this new knowledge that he just taught me right there in the moment. Yeah. So I feel like if you hit that wall, but you do want more, more learning, like you want to learn new things, literally just pray about it. Literally just be like, God, I want more wisdom. I want more knowledge. Help me to, I've learned all of this that you've shown me so far. Show me new things. Help me to learn new things. I pray all the time, like, give me as much knowledge and as much learning experiences that my like brain can possibly process. Bro, because I've told you this before. When I say I want to be like Master Oogway the turtle from Kung Fu Panda, like I want to be him. I want to have so much wisdom and knowledge in my brain that like anybody can come to me about anything and I got them. But at the same time, it doesn't come from me. It all comes from what God teaches me. And I speak for him through what he's taught me, through either people in my life, experiences that he's put me through, videos that he's, gifted me to go and watch, like all these things. So if I feel like, if you hit that wall, bro, just pray. I want more.
Well, what I was talking about wasn't really about hitting that wall, but that is good for what people need to hear, like if they need to progress past that.
Right.
I kind of forgot what I was going to say after that.
Well, that's what it kind of sounded like to me. Like you're seeing the same repetitive stuff that you already know.
Yeah. Well,
to me, that's kind of like hitting a wall as far as,
Yeah, but it's just like you have to, so like once you do that, you have to move on to like learning new stuff and like that. But it's just like you have to act on also, like you also have to act on what you've learned. Like you can't be sitting there like for us to sit here and be like self-improvement and then not self-improve.
Right.
But like you're like, what are you doing? And this is for people that are watching this as well, but for the both of us as well. Why are we actively seeking self-improvement content, right? When we know what to do. So now we have to act on it. It's all about action.
Right. I mean, it's good when it's first introducing this stuff to us. But once we know, that's when we have to actually go and act. But, all right, so this is going to be the first instance to where we do this. Ready?
Uh-oh.
We're turning to my latest creation.
Uh-oh.
We're turning to my latest creation, and this is the Book of Noah. Every single thing, it's not yet in it, but every single thing that God has taught me, like I said earlier, through people, through videos, through experiences he's personally put me through, everything I have ever learned about living a better life is going in this book. I already started it. There's a ton of stuff in here, but I'm going to keep going until it's full. And I'm going to fill it probably
Imagine the first
fast.
chapter is like Andrew's a jackass.
It's not
like
even by
over
chapters.
and over and over
it's
and
by,
over
it's
again.
by categories. So you brought a perfect thought to my brain.
Damn, it's color-coded.
It is color-coded because I have to, skim through.
Yeah.
And all right, so it's by section, and we're going to go to wisdom, right?
Okay.
So it kind of goes off of what you were saying. So I wrote, wisdom is applied knowledge. So without application, knowledge is useless. It's completely
Say that
useless. Wisdom is applied knowledge, right? Without application, knowledge is useless. Absolutely useless.
That's facts.
You can have it in your head, but not do anything about it, and it's like you never even learned it. You might as well not even have learned it.
Yeah. That's stupid. Like if you allow things to go in one ear and out the other, especially when it's like very important to the way that your life is going to pan out, why would you let it
Gem
go?
right here. You read this, you will be a better person in no time, I swear.
And like we don't want to be so let me be real, right? Like no shade to Fresh and Fit. Like they got me to where I am and have my mindset, right? But it's like, bro,
I'll happily shade them. I don't really like them, to be honest.
It's like, bro, how many times can you watch the same thing over and over and over again? We don't want to be like that for you.
Right. Yeah.
We don't want, like, as much as we love like views and like people actually tuning in and retaining the message, we don't want to have to make this video so that you have to come back to this video every couple of weeks, every month, every year. Like, you should be progressing past this. We should be progressing past this.
Yeah, take the knowledge, use it, and
we can't, like, for us to sit down here, let's say, for example, we were talking about, I don't know, what's the topic we've talked about before? I don't know.
I got a ton of them in here.
But, like, if we sat down and talked about the same topics over and over and over again, like, who is that helping?
We've touched on relationships.
You should have enough, like, what's it called? Like, you should have, like, if there's something that you want to learn, right, you should be able to actively seek it. So
if you don't really want it.
Yeah, so, like, if you're just looking at our page, right, or any page on self-improvement for that matter, and this first video you see, you're like, okay, I need this video. But in reality, you know that you need a video that came out 6 months ago, but you won't put the work in to just scroll just a little bit to that video down there instead of the most recent one because your attention span is the size of a fish's brain, right?
Yeah.
Like if we drop a video, right? Let's say next week we drop a video, right? And it's on an important topic that someone that's watching needs to hear, right?
Yep.
And they need to see it like 6 months in the future. Like, we're 6 months in the future, and they need to see it. And we made that video 6 months ago.
Right.
If they're not willing to put in the work to scroll to that video, they're like, okay, I need this. You deserve to lose. Like, we can't make the same video over and over again for 6 months. You'd be like, oh, the most recent one. You know what I mean?
Dude, and that's what most content creators do.
That's what I do. Well, when I'm watching the video, yeah, a lot of content creators, i.e. Fresh and Fit.
So maybe you were just talking about how you're having, I don't even know what with your content. Like, you were complaining about it, finding it annoying, whatever.
It wasn't because I have a different message on each video. But, no, it was just the having to post like 3 to 5 times a day to even stay relevant in any way or to grow, you know?
I got you.
Like, because it's annoying. Like,
Yeah.
As much as people like, you want to be a content creator, bro, you gotta make videos. You gotta edit. It takes time. It's annoying, especially when you have to do it over and over and over again. And it's like you won't get anywhere if you just crank out a video a week, especially on TikTok. But for that matter, it doesn't matter on anything. Even on YouTube, you have a better shot posting at least
There's a lot of
once
content
a day.
creators on YouTube that post like once or twice a week though, and they're fine.
But they
YouTube,
probably
that's
already
different.
popped off.
Right,
At the beginning,
right.
they probably were very consistent.
True.
Once you're like popping on YouTube,
Yeah,
like,
you
for real,
gotta-
you don't have to post every day.
Right.
But yeah, when you're starting out, bro, and you want to get to somewhere, you're competing with all of them.
That is true.
And that's like one of the things I've been thinking about lately is like we're literally competing on YouTube, where people can post a video and in an hour it'll get 1 million views. Like
But-
we're competing with them. We have to take their views and somehow get it to us.
So my thought process on this, and with my content that I plan on creating going forward, God is capable of doing anything, bro.
Absolutely, 100%.
And he can break these kind of rules that like, bro, he could literally make it where if I post once a week, every video could do like amazing, and I could get 1 million followers in like a month. If he wanted that to happen, it could happen.
That's absolutely
like,
true.
With us, with God helping us through our content, like these are things we don't even have to really worry about, bro. Because like if it's meant for us to blow up on social media, on any kind of platform or whatever, it's gonna happen regardless of what we do. Like, yeah, we got to put a certain amount of work in, but there's no, for us with God, there's no difference from posting once a week to every day. Because if he wants it to happen, that work is still the same. Like,
Right.
we're putting in the work regardless. And if he wants it to happen, it's going to happen. So,
I mean, I agree with that, but in a sense, right? And this word will forever stick with me from my old pastor, from my old church. But like he said this, man, this was years ago. But he said, like, yeah, you can sit there and pray and trust God all your life. If you never take action, God can't do anything.
Right, yeah, I'm not just saying just sit there and let him.
No, yeah, but I know.
Sit back. Like
Well, also
he
at the
does
same
say to put in
time,
the work.
Yeah.
and,
So
you know.
if putting in the work means to post 3 times a day, 5 times a day,
If that's what he calls you to
if
do,
that's
what he calls you to do.
what it takes, right? For you to blow up, you have to do what it takes.
Yeah.
Canon, why do you only allow me to record in 30-minute intervals? Why can't I just sit there and just record?
We're suing.
At Canon. I'm kind of sick and tired of people being sick and tired, you know? And this is just a random thought. I'm not going to make this long, but it's just like,
I had a random thought today. It was
I'm like,
gruesome.
I get mad. That sounds terrible.
Not in the way you probably think.
Nah, yeah. But like, I'm starting to get genuinely mad at myself when I'm not up to par, or when I see other people that I know could do a lot better and they're not doing it. And it's just like,
that one hits, yeah.
It's like I see so much potential, not only in myself, but like, you ever see those people where you just like, if they just knew and they weren't like stuck in their way, like they just, if I could somehow, like it doesn't even have to be on me or nothing. It's just like if they knew, they'd be something else.
There's someone that me and you both know. I'm not gonna say names or anything,
Yep.
but I genuinely feel he would blow up on TikTok if he was able to put in the work to whatever content he wanted to create. And
You got to tell me after.
I've talked to him
I don't know
about
who
it
this is.
before, and I kind of got him like into it, but he doesn't. Like he said he was gonna do a few things, and then I haven't seen any content yet. So that's the thing. But I genuinely feel he could be so successful, and like, huh? I'll tell you later. We're not gonna say names right now.
I'm genuinely curious. I don't know. You said I know him. I don't know. Or her.
No, it's
I
not.
don't know.
But yeah, getting off that, like I feel like he
Okay,
could be
yeah.
very successful, if he were to just like
Nah, yeah.
actually go and start it, right?
People
But,
don't
you
know the importance of actually consistent work.
I'm gonna push him to do it
Like consistent
because
work.
like I
is
want to
so
see him
underrated.
succeed.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's my reminder right there. That like I gotta push him.
Remember, I saw this video just yesterday or today. Like when you should really press in is when it gets the hardest. because that's where 99% of people quit. If you want to be the 1%, you have to push through the hardest part.
Point. Yeah. Yep.
Instead of just saying, I'll sleep in today. This is a message for me, for you, for everybody watching. I'm trying to not to be a hypocrite because I know it's tough. We can't all be perfect, all right?
One of the...
let me just yell.
No, you're good.
You have to push through. On those days when it's just like, oh, give in to sin. Or, oh, give in to a biggie bag. Or, I'll sleep in because... Technically, like something doesn't start like an hour later, but I could be doing this, and this in this time frame.
Dude, sleeping.
Push through. Like, I have to do this. Like, I'm yelling at myself, and like, if y'all take it, y'all can take it. But it's like, yo, you gotta stop playing. This is your life. This is your future at stake. This is your eternity at stake. If you're giving into sin or whatever, it's like. All this stuff is way bigger than it seems in the moment. Like I've said before, your current actions will multiply what happens in the future. If you put off a certain work thing that you have to do right now in this moment, in the future, you're either gonna be stressed, it's not gonna get done. These things multiply they seem so small in the moment, but they make massive changes, bad changes if you don't do them. So think about if you make the good little changes. Boom! Everything multiplies. Everything you do, I'm going off on a little rant here, and I'll stop in a second. But did you know that when you lie, those lies multiply in the future? When you steal, someone will steal from you. Like in the future, like if you become massively successful, say you become a millionaire,
just like successful,
you have a business owner, you own Target, people will steal from you because you stole in the past. These sins multiply. Everything you do multiplies. So if everything you do multiplies, guess what happens when you do the good things? Multiply.
Right. That's actually straight from the Bible too.
It is. That's what I'm quoting from. Like
God.
Straight up.
God promises you do the right thing, and all of your riches will multiply. Yeah. Yep. But anyway. Two things. So
God is perfect. So everything is equal. Sin will do the same thing.
Going back to what I said when I had I don't even know the word I just used. You said it was kind of disturbing or whatever.
I don't know what you said.
Going back to that,
I got some crazy thoughts.
I just wanted to throw this out there. So God, I was driving today, right?
Yeah.
And God gave me the I'd say reminder. That it was kind of a nice day. There was people. I was in a neighborhood where people were walking around, riding their bikes, doing all this stuff.
In a minute.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, and leaves back on the trees.
Yeah, no, it's
so underrated.
Really
I'm looking at trees and I'm like, wow, they're beautiful.
I'm like, it's alive outside.
Right, things are coming back to life. But anyway,
the trees are dead.
Right, people outside. They're on their bikes. They're walking their dogs. They're talking to each other. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, wow, everybody looks so happy. And God tells me, you see all these people? Just imagine them all burning.
Damn, you didn't have to go there.
No,
but it's true.
I didn't go there. God went there. He told me.
You sure?
While I was driving, this was so sudden. I'm like, wow, everybody's having a good time. This looks fun. I can't wait for summer. This and that. And all of a sudden, see all these people. Just imagine, I had it envisioned in my head. Everybody burning, just the whole area I was in, just in flames. He's like, these people, if they don't hear what you have to say, this is the outcome, right? And I'm looking at everybody around me in misery, endless pain, and flames. And I'm like, I'm horrified, bro, because I don't think about these things. So I know it was from God. I know He was reminding me. And I'm looking around actually horrified, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And then I got a bum mood. I was like, damn, I really got to So that's why I feel like this and then the content that I'm going to start creating, it's very important because of the message that comes out of my mouth. I'm going to be saving people. If they hear what I have to say and take it seriously, me and you, we're going to be helping people and saving them from endless wrath and just...
You know what's so wild, bro? And this just came back to me. This is actually pretty wild. I had a very similar thought just the other day, right? I don't know what day you had this thought.
This was today.
Oh, today? Nah.
Literally a few hours ago.
I had this thought like either yesterday or a couple days ago. I had a very similar thought to that while I was at work, right? And then also because I'm a very, like, not to like toot my own horn or whatever you call it, but it's like I'm a very self-reflecting individual. Like, I'll constantly be looking back at what I've said.
No, yeah, I am too, 100%.
Done, what all this stuff to constantly try and be better. And I had a very similar thought to that, and then I immediately got slapped with. I use the metaphor slapped because God will like tend to I'll tend to think something, and God will be like, "What are you doing thinking that way?"
It's so sudden.
So
it's the suddenness of it.
I thought that same exact thought, and he slapped me in the face with what makes you think that you're any different?
Right.
And bro, when I tell you that I got goosebumps in that moment, where I was in the store just working normal, or wherever I was, I don't remember.
Dude, those moments happen to me all the time where it's
and
like,
God humbled me right then and there. I was like, oh yeah, these people whack, whatever, I'm good. He said, what makes you think you're any different?
Right.
If you continue to, it's worse. Like, if you continue to just preach all this stuff and do the exact opposite, what makes you any different? You'll be right there with them.
Right.
If you don't turn away from those bad things, no matter what it is, it's just like. And then also, right after telling me that, he was like, make sure you're not just looking after you. It's not about you. And I've been trying to say this for a little while now. It's like, it's not about me. Success isn't about me, first of all.
Right.
But it gets deeper than that when it comes to salvation. It's just like, it's not about you. Stop going around thinking, oh, I'm good, I'm going to heaven, y'all got it. Like, bro, well, that's not the way you're supposed to think. You're supposed to be trying to get everybody to come with. Like, for me to stand there and be like, yeah, these people burn, I'm good. He's like, what makes you think you're any different if you keep sinning as well as them? Right. And you're not supposed to be thinking on a pedestal. You're not on a pedestal. You're equal with them. Right. God is up here. He's on the pedestal.
Yeah, and in that situation, like, that's where you need to be humbled. In my situation, it wasn't me thinking like, oh yeah, I'm good, these guys are going to hell. It was him reminding me that unless I speak to them what I know, and like basically, unless I tell them the truth, this is what's going to happen to all these people. And it wasn't me like, oh, I'm good and they're this. It was me actually feeling bad for these people and not wanting them to go through that. Like, he was reminding me like, yo, if this bothers you, I know it does. And if you don't want to feel this pain, and if you don't want to watch all these people go, this is what you got to do. You got to tell them the truth. Yeah. And it was in that moment where I was like, yeah, all right. So this
is one of the major things for me when it comes to one of the fruits of the Spirit, right? I needed to learn how to be more compassionate, because that is the one thing I will say right here that I kind of lack when it comes to other people.
Yeah, I will say I am the same way, but recently in the past few months, I've gotten a lot better.
It gets better as you dive more into your relationship with God.
He's thankfully, That's the fruit of the Spirit. He's thankfully given me a lot more compassion than what I used to. I used to have none, bro.
Yeah, bro. You go about your life not caring about people, and it's just like, I have to work on that, because when I got that thought earlier, I was just like, yeah, I'm good. These people ain't like, and I was like, damn, I really thought something like that, and God humbled me real quick. So like,
I've thought those thoughts too, though. Like I mean, and maybe this is my reminder that, don't even be thinking about all that, because we can just as easily go down that same path, but. If we stay the course that we're on, we can help ourselves and other people from, going down that fate, down that route.
Yeah, for him to tell me that what makes you think you're any different,
dude,
that just crazy. Shows like you have to have that relationship with God. You can't just say, I'm a Christian and I'm good. Like, you have to have that relationship, because if you don't have the relationship, on that day he's gonna be like, depart. I never knew you. You gotta know him personally. It's not about your relationship. I can't be like, yo, no one knew it. No one knew you. So like,
I'm good. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Nah, you gonna be off there, and I'm gonna be there, and it's just me, and it's just you, and it's just you, and dude, camera's about to die, but I think we got the sauce in.
Right. One last thing I want to add. Speaking about what I was thinking about today, like that whole thing.
This definitely might die.
All right, what?
Why you saying
He was damn it. He told me everything that I just talked about, right?
Yeah.
And I've been actively praying that, all right, when the time is right, let me know when to start making this content, because I've been planning and having it in my head, and I'm like, all right, God, when you want me to, help me to start this. And speaking on what I just said, that thought just popped into my mind, and I think this moment right here is him telling me, like, it's time to start.
You guys hear that right now? It's time to start. You already know.
Y'all gonna be getting a lot of content.
Yep. Whatever you want to start, get started. If God is telling you to do something, start doing it. If he tells you to go there, go there. Go do that. Go talk to that person. Do what you need to do. Don't settle.
Don't need to
because you are